Hello and welcome to News Plus on Viewer Television. My name is Patient Sidi. President Bola Tinubu meets with three major world leaders at the G20 meeting in economic development diplomacy. Presidential spokesperson Ajuri Ingilale disclosed in a statement that President Tinubu met with the German Chancellor, South Korean President, and the Indian Prime Minister. This was part of Tinubu's diplomatic moves at the summit towards enhancing practical steps in bilateral relations. The head of state for these three nations have been identified as the key partners in Tinubu's economic development diplomacy drive for local investment and wealth creation. The president's meeting with the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz presented an opportunity to expand ties of prosperity for the people of Nigeria, but with a pragmatic approach towards ensuring the effective execution of agreement stroke. The United States President Joe Biden met with President Bola Tinubu on the sidelines of the G20 in New Delhi, India. Biden said the meeting was to reaffirm the country's commitment to the U.S.-Nigeria relationship, adding that his administration was committed to the long-standing friendship between both countries and peoples. He praised the effort made by the Tinubu administration to bring about economic reforms in Nigeria. On Nigeria's invitation to the G20 summit, the statement read Nigeria's invitation to the G20 summit in recognition of Nigeria's important global role as Africa's largest democracy and economy. President Tinubu was accompanied by the Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, Communications Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Busun Tijani, Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite. A Royal Navy warship HMS Trent has arrived in Lagos as part of its regional mission to aid allies and partners in driving down illegal activities, including piracy and illicit trafficking. HMS Trent departed Gibraltar carrying an expert boarding team of United Kingdom, UK, Royal Marines, and a Puma surveillance drone. HMS Trent's mission is to support West African allies, helping countries to develop capability and ensure they can play an effective role in bringing stability to wider West Africa. With around £6 billion of UK trade passing through the region, part of Trent's tasking is to support stability across the Gulf of Guinea through training to help partner navies take the fight to criminal actors, fostering ties and sharing knowledge, whilst conducting patrols to increase security. The Royal Navy has a long history of engagement within the region and enduring partnership with the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Tim Langford said his team are really looking forward to the opportunity to work with their Nigerian counterparts and build on the relationship established since 2021. The Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC), Mele Kyari, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, have shown the probe panel constituted by the House of Representatives to investigate irregularities alleged corruption in Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited. Chairman of the ad hoc committee, Honorable Abubakar Nalaraba, while declaring the hearing open, says the committee was constituted following the House resolution to navigate circumstances surrounding the accusation of OVH energy marketing by the NMPCL. However, the sitting could not hold following the failure of the chief executive to appear in person. Both instead sent representatives with the excuse that they are indisposed, while the NNPC sent its Executive Vice President Downstream Yemi Adetunji. The Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority was represented by Soji Soleye.
The GCO of NNPC Limited and the NNPC, NNDPRA in this public hearing. Unfortunately, both of them are unavoidably absent, so I don't think, or do you have what it takes to speak for them in this public hearing? Can you provide us with all the information we required today? If you can, then we'll proceed with this public hearing.
We had actually sent a letter, of some regrets, about its availability this week. Despite that, we still wanted, to be here personally, and he had reached out, to this committee, but unfortunately, he had an emergency and is not able to attend today's session. So he has asked that I come and express his deep apologies, to this gathering.
Yes, I want to believe that with your statement you are not able to speak on behalf of the NMPC Limited or NMPC Retail. And having made that statement clearly, I would want to move a motion that the committee will not be able to go on with this public hearing. And I move that this session be adjourned, pending when we have your submission or to a later date when either you or the group managing director, CEO, would make himself available to address the committee.
The federal government, through the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, has given United Nations Nigeria Airlines approval for operation of the international flight into the United States of America, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Italy, Ireland, and the United Arab Emirates. According to a letter conveying his approval from the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, signed by Director Air Transport Management HT Ejiburu to the United Nigeria Airlines Company Limited, was in line with the subsisting bilateral air services agreement between Nigeria and each of the countries. Ejiburi in his letter said the Honorable Minister approved for the designation of MERS United Nigeria Airlines Company Limited to operate international flight operation to the under-mentioned countries and city: Netherlands, Amsterdam, Italy, Rome, United Arab Emirates, Dubai, United Kingdom, London, United States of America, USA, Houston, and Ireland, Dublin. He added that the designation of MERS United Nigeria Airlines Company Limited is in line with the subsisting bilateral air services agreement between the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the government of the six mentioned countries. The Education Secretariat of the Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) has expressed satisfaction with more than 85% resumption of secondary school students for the new academic year in the FCT. The acting secretariat of the Secretariat, Abdul Razak Leramo, stated this in Abuja while briefing journalists after monitoring student and teachers' resumption in some schools within the city. Some of the schools visited included Government Science Secondary School Piakasa, Model Senior and Junior Secondary School, all in Maitama, and Women Education Center, Wuse. Leramo said monitoring the schools was part of the Secretariat's ritual at the beginning of every term to monitor students' resumption and teachers' preparedness. Also, the Director Department of Quality Assurance, Dr. Favor Edem Inse, assured parents of regular school monitoring to ensure adherence to minimum standard. We'll be taking a break, and when we come back, News Plus continues. Do stay with us.
morning, gentlemen. I'm at the Envoy Hotel, Diplomatic Drive 305, here for a business weekend. It's been an amazing stay. Conference hall and business facilities here are stylish and innovative. The Envoy Hotel is luxury, esoteric, opulence, for ultimate comfort.
Discerning travelers, we are more than just a place to stay. We are an icon of comfort, style, and thoughtful luxury. We are Envoy Hotel.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is News Plus on Viewer Television. Now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has announced the interception of improvised explosive devices being transported to Kaduna from Ibadan, Oyo State capital by the suspect. NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi revealed that the transporter Oluwagbemenga Leke was not with no fewer than 399 pieces of the explosives along Moka-Jeba Road. According to the NDL, suspect claimed that the explosives were handed to him at the park in Ibadan to be delivered to someone in Kaduna. The statement added that the suspect and exhibits were transferred to the military authorities in Niger. In other operation, the agency said it arrested two suspects, Ahmed Yusuf and Rilwan Noura in Kaduna, in connection with the seizure of 100 blocks of cannabis weighing 55 kg along Abuja Road. The police command in Lagos says it has arrested an impersonator who has been parading himself before the police as a police commissioner. The command spokesperson, SP Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed the arrest while briefing newsmen on the recent achievement recorded by the command. According to Hundeyin, the feat included the arrest of 12 others for various offenses committed in the last 2 weeks. He revealed that within the period, the command recovered 4 firearms, 2 live cartridges, and expanded cartridge, 11 live ammunition, and 1 vehicle from the culprit. Hinduin said the suspected fake CP, simply identified as Emmanuel, was arrested when he visited a police formation in the Ikorodu area and introduced himself as the commissioner of police. The command spokesperson noted that other suspects arrested included a woman arrested in the Igbogbo area of Ikorodu for allegedly being in possession of a large quantity of weed suspected to be hard drugs. Plateau State Governor Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang has held the verdict of the governorship election petition tribunal, which ruled in his favor following a petition by Alfred Dakwang, the candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP rather, in the March 18, 2023 governorship election. The judgment ruled by the Honorable Justice A.Y. Joe dismissed the petition filed by the NNPP candidate who alleged the exclusion of his party logo. However, the tribunal confirmed Governor Caleb Mutfwang as the duly elected governor of Plateau State.
Was clearly won, and therefore we had no fears about the outcome of the matter. And we want to salute the courage of the judiciary that it has gone ahead to affirm the votes of the people. And today for us is a celebration, not just for the PDP, but for the people of Plateau State and for democracy. The governorship petition, we still have one more to go, and we are confident and hopeful that it will be resolved in our favor.
Earlier, the tribunal had adopted the written submissions of both the respondents and petitioners in the case involving Netewa Yelwada of the APC and Governor Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang of the PDP. A date for the judgment will be communicated to both parties. The Northeast Governors Forum has raised alarm that bandits are extending activities of insecurity in the Northeast region. This was disclosed during the 8th Northeast Governors Forum held in Maiduguri. The forum, in its communique, said that the rising tension needs the federal government to address the issue. They also noted that the illegal mining activities in the Northeast states are heightening the security situation, stressing that it abuses the Land Use Act, which must be in compliance with the Constitution. The spokesperson of the Northeast Governors Forum, Adamawa State Governor Umaru Fintiri, said it wants the FG to address flooding, climate change, and deforestation in the region. He further appealed to FG to reconstruct road networks and most especially the railway route linking Enugu and Maiduguri, saying it will boost economic growth and commerce.
Giving them shelter and cover to commit crimes within the sub-region. The forum unanimously resolved to decisively deal with any traditional ruler or community leader that is found to be harboring or conniving with the bandits. The forum noted with dismay the seeming neglect of roads and railway infrastructure, especially along the economic corridors that links the Northeast sub-region to the rest of the country. The roads from Enugu to Maiduguri is a deplorable state. Equally worse is the railway from Enugu up to Maiduguri, which has been destroyed. The forum is calling on the federal government to look into the situation and consider the reconstruction of this basic infrastructure along Enugu-Maiduguri economic corridor.
The Adamawa state government has commiserated with the people of Dandu, Arugange communities in Yola's South local government area over the boat misshape that claimed many lives. Deputy Governor Professor Kaletapwa Farauta, who visited the scene, stressed the need for the provision of life jackets for commercial canoe users to reduce the losses or incurred during such eventuality. She added that the state government has directed the State Emergency Management Agency to provide and need assistance to the members of the communities while assuring that the rescue operation will continue until all bodies are found.
Capsized and we lost close to more than a dozen people. And the rescue operation is still ongoing as we speak because 2 bodies are yet to be identified up to now, are yet to be recovered up to now. And because they are our people, this government belongs to them. We came on behalf of the governor and the government of Adamawa State to commiserate with all the families because this loss is ours and not just for Ugange village. We had gone to the Dandu settlement before we proceeded to see people here. It's all in the bid to bond together with our people to let them know that whatever affects one affects all.
Yeah, as you can see, Her Excellency the Deputy Governor represented the Governor, and from the outcome of what she has seen, definitely the state government is going to provide them with assistance, in an immediate assistance for that matter. Because most of the victims seems to be people that contribute to the income of their family.
And now on the international scene, French President Emmanuel Macron witnessed the signature of a deal to facilitate loans to Bangladesh aimed at infrastructure development, as well as a letter of intent to provide the South Asian country with an Earth observation satellite system. This came during Macron's 2-day visit to Bangladesh city, Dhaka, where he met with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to bolster bilateral relations between the two countries. Bangladesh Economic Relations Division signed the agreement with the French Development Agency. A letter of intent was also signed to provide Bangladesh with an Earth observation satellite system through cooperation between Bangladesh Satellite Company Limited and Airbus Defense and Space SAS France. Macron and Hasina witnessed the deal signed at the Prime Minister's office. Rescuers in Morocco search for any remaining survivors from the powerful earthquake that killed more than 2,100 people. The government said search teams from Britain, Spain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates were joining the effort to dig through the rubble in villages in the Atlas Mountains. The magnitude 6.8 earthquake struck injury more than 2,400 people in addition to the death. The USA Geological Survey said the epicenter of the quake was 72 kilometers southwest of Marrakech. The United Nations estimated that 300,000 people were affected by the quake, which was the most powerful to hit Morocco in a century. Rescue efforts were slow, and some Moroccans complained on social network that the government wasn't allowing more rescuers workers into the country to help. The Spanish government has sent a plane with 56 rescuers and 4 search dogs to quake hit Morocco after it received a formal request for help from Rabat, the defense ministry said. Spanish ministry said in a post of his X handle that an A400 military plane took off from a base in the northeastern city of Zaragoza with the team bound for Marrakesh to help in the search and rescue of survivors at the devastating earthquake suffered in neighboring country Morocco. The rescue belongs to Spain Military Emergency Unit, a body of the armed forces that was created to intervene quickly in emergency situations such as forest fires, floods, and earthquakes. The strongest ever quake to hit Morocco has killed at least 2,012 people and injured over 2,000, many of them critically, according to the latest official figures. And that's how much we can take on News Plus. My name is Patient City. Many thanks for watching. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.